Hi there folks, I hope you're all well. So today we're going to have a wee walk round one of Scotland's finest castles. It is considered probably the best, if not one of the best, examples of stone built castles from the late 1200s. Now that castle is just behind me, Bothwell Castle. I'll give you a wee better look at it now. Now the bit you just seen there isn't one of the earliest parts of the castle. That part is down there, and we'll go down there and see that in a wee while. Now, there's been various stages of construction on this castle, and it's a wee bit confusing to say the least. Not everybody can agree on what was what and when it happened, but we'll try and discover as much as possible. Now, going back to the start, on this site, King David II in the mid 1100s gave the barony of Bothwell to David Oliphant. Then by 1242 the rights to the barony of Bothwell passed over to Walter de Murray. He gained that through marriage to the last Oliphant heir, and that was in 1242. Now, that's when it was after this period that construction on the castle started. It's not 100% clear whether Walter de Murray started the construction or whether it was his son William de Murray, or William the Rich as he was known. Now these Murrays, these were relations to another Murray. William was in fact the uncle of Andrew Murray. Now Andrew Murray was a fierce warrior from the north, and this is where the Murrays are from. They're from up sort of Speyside area. Now, while the famous William Wallace, who no doubt we all know, was starting his rebellion in the south of Scotland, in this area itself, Andrew was leading a rebellion in the north against the invasion by King Edward I, or Longshanks, and he led a successful campaign against them, and later on he united forces with William Wallace, and the pair were responsible for the defeat of the English at the Battle of Stirling Bridge. Now, opinions differ. Some say that Murray was Wallace's second in command. Others see him as an equal. Personally, I see him as being an equal. The man had too much power. However, unfortunately, during the successful Scottish Battle of Stirling Bridge, Andrew received wounds which would later prove fatal. The Battle of Stirling Bridge was 1297, I think September if I remember correctly, and sadly Andrew had died by the end of 1297. But have a wee look here. Now that's a newer part, a later development. We're beginning to see the older part here. Now this is a really impressive structure. And we'll go over and have a wee look at it just now. As we know, the castle construction on it started in the late 1200s, well, at least the mid 1200s anyway. We don't know who was responsible for the starting off the construction, whether it was Walter or whether it was his son. But what we do know is the first part of it is this section that we're just about to get to here. Now, I'll just spin this round and let you see. Now, this is the round tower. Also known as a donjon in French. Now, this was the main living quarters for the main man that owned the castle. Now, you can just about make out a line there. That's the original 13th century construction, and everything this side yet is the 13th century. I believe everything that side yet is later. Now, it's really badly damaged, and I'll cover that in a wee while. And if you go around here is the other 13th century part. Now, the parts that we've just looked at here, these were the parts that were constructed before the invasion of King Edward I of England. This tower here, this wall, the donjon, and the wee short bit of wall beyond that. There was other parts that were under construction at the time, and we'll have a wee look at them. The foundations would have at least been there, but they wouldn't have been completed at the time of the invasion. Forgive all the metal work and signs, but they're carrying out vital restoration work on the site. Now, this archway in here, and you'll see a line going up there. I believe that is the last of the 13th century original structure. Not sure whether the archway would have been there. There's no reason to suggest that it wouldn't have, but that is one of the last bits that was constructed. Now, the main tower, well, currently in ruins. As you see just behind me, has been, as you can see, a really impressive structure. You can see part of the original line. You can see the thickness of the walls. Now, the tower itself was originally 82 feet high, 62 feet in diameter, and the walls that you can see there, I mean, look at the thickness of them. They were 15 foot thick, solid sandstone. You see up the top the impressive archways. I'll try and get some pictures of these with my main camera and put them in the video. Come along here, you will see some of the original foundations of how the castle was going to be. You'll see this raise here. It's a continuation of that wall. And if we come along here, we'll see the remains of what the original gatehouse. We'll see the remains of where the original gatehouse was going to be. Now, just here, you'll see the circular remains of what would have been one of the towers. And over here you can see the circular remains of what would have been one of the other towers. So there'd have been twin towers, one either side of the gate. And you'll see here there's a wee sign. It reads Gatehouse, 13th century, stone foundations of a grand gatehouse begun in the 13th century but never finished. You'll see a sort of deck structure where there was going to be a drawbridge in here. If we nip over here quickly, you can see a ditch that's running all the way down there to the edge of the Clyde Valley. And as you're going into the castle, it would have been straight through here. Possibly was going to be a drawbridge or something here as well. You'll see the left tower and the right tower. The main tower over there, the completed 13th century section, and then the later construction. Now, although by the time of Edward's invasion in the late 1200s, the castle wasn't complete, it was still a formidable site, and it was reckoned that the foundations would have been here for the original lines of the walls, where they were going to be, and I reckon they would have been bolstered up and defended by wooden palisades to complete the structure. Now, from the guard tower, if we head in this direction, we'll go and see some of the other structures that are still there from the original 13th century plan. So the wall would have continued along this line here, and we have got here a wee sign, side of the latrine tower, which is your old fancy name for the toilet, and continue along here to the remainder of the foundations of one of the other round towers that would have surrounded the original site. And this one here was the site of the well, and that is marked by this wee sign here which says site of well. So this is on the northeast corner. There had been a wall running, or planned to have been running out here to meet this. And if we turn round just over 90 degrees, run along right through there, the latrine tower, and just on the skyline you'll see the guard tower or the gate tower. Just over the back there, you can just see there, this wee line here is the top of a ditch, and you've got the depression in there, and then the rise on the other side. There may have been other fortifications over there which would have been there to help defend the castle itself. So there we go. And like I said earlier, they reckon that these here would have probably been defended by wooden palisades, and that would have marked the original plan. They've been really good to see it in its day.